I make a shake. Face.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Starting off this Khloe Kardashian inspired look, I'm going to go ahead and sculpt my face. I'm using a foundation that's a little darker for my skin to kind of contour a bit so I get a really nice natural finish. I am wearing the Clarins Skin Illusion foundation in Wheat and their instant concealer as well. So I went on top of that with a foundation to contour. I'm going to follow through with this ItCosmetics My Sculpted Face Kit. I take those two middle taupe shades and my Real Techniques contour brush to set the cream contour. Then to bronze, I'm going to use this e.l.f. bronzing quad, and I'm just going to lightly stiffle some of that shimmer and gold color all around my face where I just contoured. I needed a little bit more warmness, so I took one of the darker shades from the My Sculpted Face Kit mixed with the e.l.f. bronzer, and there it goes. I had a brand new bronzer. I'm going to go in with the Tarte Thriller blush on a Real Techniques buffing brush. She had more of a peachy shade, but I just love this blush so much. To highlight and give me an overall glow, I took MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Old Darling and the same stiffle brush, and I lightly stiffled that everywhere. Then to highlight even more, I'm going to use this Loreal Baked Highlight, I believe it's called, in Gilded Honey. And I wet my brush just a tad, and then I placed that on the higher points of my face. This highlight was placed more controlled, I guess you can say. I'm going to go in and groom my brows with the Benefit Gimme Brow in LightMedium. I love how it gives my lighter hair some color, and it also keeps my brows nice and placed, neat looking. To fill in my brows, Khloe had really natural, full brows. That's exactly what I'm going to do as well with this Maybelline eyebrow pencil in blonde. So I'm just filling in any sparse areas, really staying true to my natural shape. For my first shadow, I went in with MAC's Red Brick, which is a burnt orange, one of my favorite shadows by them. And I'm going to take their big blending brush, tapered blending brush, to lightly buff this all over the lid. We're not going to add a transition shade. This is going to be our first shade, so I guess it's our transition shade. But I'm going from the entire lid all the way to the upper crease. I'm really blowing this out. I'm going to follow through with a smaller tapered blending brush. I call it my Baby 217. And I'm going to lightly blend this all along the lower lash line, from the inner corner to the outer corners of the eye. She had it blown out all around. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm taking the same color, Red Brick, and I'm blowing those out. Then for my second lid shade, I'm taking MAC Copper Ring. It's so beautiful. This is probably my favorite shadow now. I'm placing this all over the lid. I didn't wet my brush yet. This is just the pigment from the actual shadow. I placed it on my lid, and then I kind of put it all the way up to the crease. To me, this looks just like Red Brick, but it has shimmer particles in it, so it's beautiful. I'm going to take this mini detailer brush again, and I'm just going to mesh those two shadows together. This brush is so nice, it's so soft, and it really does come in handy. I've needed this for a while. I'm really glad I picked it up. So I'm just lightly blending away. I'm going to take this beautiful magenta color from Milani. I'm only putting a little bit of shadow right on the tip of the brush, and I'm going to lightly blend that all over my crease. It's not necessary, but I just absolutely love this color. I feel like this shade gives it a bit more of like a sunset effect. So yeah, I'm putting it in my crease because I want to. And I actually really love how it came out. Didn't need much, just a light touch of this color goes a long way. And I blend that all the way around. Then I am going to wet my brush this time, and I'm going to go back in with Copper Ring. This is going to give us a two-dimensional effect. So I just place it really where the light would hit if I were to move my head, which is more on the inner corner to the half of the lid. And then I do place it a little bit higher as well. Then I'm showing you Morphe Spice and MAC Red Brick side by side because they do look really alike, but the Morphe one is a little bit more neon. This is Red Brick, this is Morphe Spice. So I'm going to take Spice and I'm going to blend that along my lower lash line with the same small tapered brush. This is a neon burnt orange, which it looks exactly like what Khloe's rocking in most of her photos lately. They really blow out that lower lash line. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. And then I chose Spice because it's so neon, you really get such a bright effect off of it. I'm going to take Shadow now by MAC, and I'm just going to lightly place that close to my lower lash line to give it a gradient effect, as well as my upper lash line, just to darken the look up a bit. This is a smoky eye, so we do need some dark shades. Then I take a bunch of that shadow and I place it on the outer V of the eye to again add to the smokiness and to add a little bit more depth to the look. To blend all those shades together one more time, I'm taking again the small tapered blending brush just to get anything that I missed that's not properly blended or not meshed well together, however you want to say it. This brush is going to do that for us. So I'm just going to doing some minor detailing here to perfect the look, going back and forth, making sure that everything looks nice and flawless and seamless. Once you're finished with your blending, I like to go in and carve out my brows. To me, when these videos and these girls get to carving out their brows, it's like makeup porn to me. This is like my favorite part. It just looks so good all the time. It's cleaning up your brow bone area, making them look sharp and like you just got them done. It's also highlighting and lifting that brow bone area, and I think it even primes for the shade that you put in there. So it makes it that much more vibrant as well because you have some cream concealer there. So I'm taking this Anastasia number 12 brush. It's a tiny angled brush, and I'm using the Clarins Instant Concealer for this as well. I place it right underneath the brow first, and then I drag the excess concealer down to lift the brow bone. I'm going to follow through with the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Oh Darling again to highlight that area. It gives me like the glow from within. So it's really subtle, but yet it's still there. It's still looking amazing. And I love it. I'm going to follow through with MAC's Nylon. And it's more of like a champagne golded kind of highlight. I'm only placing this right where my arch is on the highest point of the brow bone. And then a little bit down the bridge of my nose, blending that out lightly. And then to define my brows even more, to make them look that much more clean and sharp, I'm taking the ItCosmetics Brow Power in Universal Taupe. I absolutely love this for the brows. I also darken the tail of my brows as well. For my mascara, I'm taking the Clarins Belong Mascara. I love this applicator. It's tiny enough where you can do your bottom lashes. You can go underneath your bottom lashes. It's so cool. And we want it to look like we're wearing falsies on there, so pack it on. For lashes today, I am mixing two, the Salon Perfect DemiWispies, and the top are the Ardell 117s. So I want them wispy, but I wanted them long. I didn't have both, so I'm working with what I have again. So here I'm just placing the DemiWispies. I'm going to follow through with the Ardell 117s, and you're going to see the crazy difference with lashes and without lashes. Take your time with them, especially when doubling them up. It can be a little bit more difficult. You want to really stick close to your lash line, so take your time. And this I'm just placing right over the wispy. That's the Ardell 117. And there you go. You have your own lash that you just created. And voila, look at the difference compared to lashes and no lashes. lashes. If you have smaller eyes and you want to know how to make your eyes bigger, the biggest tip I can give you is put on some falsies. You will see a major difference in your makeup looks and in the way that your eye looks. Actually, it opens up your eye. It makes them look so much bigger. Then again, I'm piling on more mascara on my bottom lashes. We want it to look like we're wearing falsies on there. We don't want it clumpy or thick. We want them very defined still. So you want to wait till one coat dries and then follow through until you're happy with the effect. I'm also blending my top lashes in with my falsies. Then I'm going to tightline my upper lash line with a brownish black eye pencil. I didn't want to go in with black because I thought it would be a little bit too harsh for the orange, so a brown black is perfect. And I'm only putting it on the top. Then I'm going to take the Clarins 3-dot liquid liner, and I'm doing exactly that. Just placing dots in between my lashes to make it look like they're a bit thicker and darker, and like I do have falsies in down there, even though I don't. So I'm faking it till I make it, honey. Just place a few dots right in between. I do about 3 or 4 on each eye, and then I just make sure they are really tiny dots. They won't be noticeable if you go in with a few coats of mascara. It goes a long way. Then I'm going to do the first lip that I see her wearing with this look, and it's usually like a pale pink. So I'm taking, I believe this liner is called Pale Pink by NYX. I fill in my lips with it. You can also take MAC's Viva Glam Nikki 2, which is a really pretty lilac lipstick. She would definitely rock something like that with this. But for now, I'm just going to stick with a matte pale pink lip, which I absolutely love the combo. I'm going to, of course, add her signature beauty mark. I think it adds to her look, and it definitely says a lot of her personality. So I'm just going to lightly do that. Really, really tiny beauty mark. Nothing too obvious. To get her nude glossy lips, which she rocks all the time as well, I'm taking MAC Creme de Nude. It's more glossy and nude. Then I'm going to go in with Myth by MAC, which is a matte lipstick, just in the center to make them look a little bit bigger and give them an ombre effect. On top of that, I'm using MAC See-Through Lip Gloss, which is my favorite gloss. It's amazing. I love it on tops of nudes and pinks. And piled on the gloss because she loves her glossy lips, and we want them too. Here you are, ladies. Here's your finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up if you think it looks anything like her look. If you have anything to say, give me a comment below. Subscribe to see my newest videos. Thank you. Bye. Credit cards and the scammers, hitting the licks in the band. Legacy, family, wait and see, they like a panda. Going out like a Montana.